Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. My friends, wake up. For those who are still sleeping. To have the American dream, you have to be sleeping. So wake the fuck up. These guys are giving us, or trying to give us, a false sense of security by telling us about our stealth bombers, invisible fighter jets or whatever, smart bombs, all these fantastic weapons that we have. Well, the Israelis are telling us something that I said many times before: Patriot systems suck. Oh, hold your horses. I made this statement on numerous occasions. Now I understand that something that was designed, 20 years ago or 30 years ago, it needed upgrades or updates. It needed to be, according to the needs. We have here the Israelis who tell us that Patriot systems, the US-made Patriot systems, are not good at all. And I will read this little article here for you. And I will tell you when I've been first aware that the Patriot systems suck. And they will mention the exact time when I heard that on the news. And that was during the first war in Iraq, something like that. When, if you remember, Saddam Hussein sent some Scud missiles into Israel. And if I remember correctly, the Patriot systems downed about 20% of them. 20%. The rest of the 80 were hitting targets. And when I heard that, then I said, what the hell? Now, it's true, that was then. Things might have changed. But the Israelis, and those are serious people in the matter of others. You know what I mean? Okay. So they said, we were never impressed with this garbage. We are going to retire them. You can have them. You know what? We're going to give them maybe to Zelensky-stein in Ukraine, because he's in charge. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. They could have made it, the article or the title different. Right here. This is the beautiful title coming from Business Insider. And it's from May 2nd, 2024. Israel is retiring its Patriot missile batteries. They could help a struggling Ukraine. So, either the Israelis are helping Zelensky-stein, Stein, and Yermak-stein and others, or simply they suck. But they didn't have to say they suck. And that's exactly what they said. Right here. Israel has never been impressed with the US-made Patriot air defense system. And this is my memory of the statement made on the TV then. In 1991, it failed to intercept nearly all of the Iraqi Scud missiles fired at Israeli cities. And I remember, as I said, about 20-24%, something like this. Israel may not need the Patriots, but Zelensky-stein is pleading for more. So we'll see if now Israel will clearly help Mr. Stein, who rules over the Ukrainian nation, as Trotsky, Kaganovich, and others used to rule over not only the Russians, the Ukrainians and others during the beginning, half of the Soviet Union time. So since, let's say, 1918 until about 1953, when Stalin died of a sudden hemorrhage, little stroke. Okay, just things happen. All right, because he wanted to start a awful purge. Go and read about it. All right, so then after that, with 63, 73, 83, and then you got to what, 90. So it's about what, almost 40 years. 30-some years, were not those guys in charge, were others. But, I mean, it was garbage anyway. Here it is. Israel may not need a Patriot, but Ukraine, yeah, okay. Israel has never been satisfied with its version of the Patriot air defense system that Ukraine views as essential to its survival. So that means the version that Israel has, and I guarantee you was the best that the Americans made. I cut one of my balls off, right? I got the scissor right here ready for that in case, right here. And so nevertheless, they have, I guarantee you, the best of the best because it's an aid. Anyway, and we don't want them, but you can have it. She's too fat for me, right? Like that polka song. I don't want her, you can have her, she's too fat for me. Paparipidi. Exactly here. Now, I have this question. How would you feel when someone has a weapon or a car or an object and says, you know what, this sucks, but you know what, I'm going to gift it to you. I'm going to give it to you. How do you feel about that? Well, if it was not good for you, why do you assume it's good for me? Because my needs are like this and yours are like this? That's always an insult when someone tells you, I don't know, these suck. You want them? Why would I want them if they suck? So the same here. I'll give the Patriot. They suck, but we're going to give it to the Ukrainians. Now, remember, there are people operating those things. So if you give a not so effective, I'm trying to find a nice euphemism here or expression that will avoid saying suck too many times. Not so effective air defense battery, why would you send it to those guys? Because they will be blown up by the Russians and they are operated by people. Oh, not your people? Got it. Not Zelensky-stein using it? It's fine. Anyway, I think they should have been retired a long time ago. Not retired. I think they upgraded. They were upgraded. I'm pretty sure they studied how the Russians, their capabilities, and yeah, they upgraded them. But they should be honest with us. But they're not. Remember when the Russians launched airstrikes on Kiev, because that's where the batteries are, the Patriots batteries are located mostly, 2 or 3, how many they have, the Germans sending more and so on. They said they destroyed even the so-called, they say, hypersonic missile, the Kinzhal. We downed them all, 5, 6 of them in one shot, in one attack. Remember? And they stopped saying that because the Russians realized their Kinzhals, the hypersonic, are bad, but our Patriot systems are fantastic. How the fuck are fantastic? Come on. So remember, they said, well, we destroy everything. Yeah. Buy one, get one free. That was the whole thing. Commercial, business, profits versus people dying over there. Anyway, so let's see what else these guys are saying here. This creates a bizarre split screen where Ukraine was all but pleading for more Patriot missiles to defend its cities and forces on Monday, even as Israel began to shut down its older Patriot missiles batteries, a move that came less than a month after it battled an unprecedented missile barrage from Iran. Well, they showed it. And do you think that these guys are not talking, the guys in Ukraine with the guys in Israel? Please. Israel and Ukraine's experience with the Patriots could not have been more different. How? Israel first used Patriots in combat in 1991 against approximately 40 Scud ballistic missiles that Iraq fired at its cities. While the bombardments did not kill large numbers of people, Israel was disappointed with the Patriots' pitiful performance. Jesus Christ. With official estimated, it shot down only 1 or possibly even 0 Scuds. Oh, I will update my information. So out of 40 Scud, Soviet built, shot down only 1 or possibly, Jesus Christ, even 0. 1 out of 40 is much less than 20% than I knew. Israel wouldn't use the Patriot in combat again until the 2010s, when it shot down drones and a Sukhoi 24 bomber coming from Syria. Oh, okay, that's good. You can shoot this with 1960s or the Second World War batteries. Good job. By then, The Patriot had become a very different system. With drones? What are you talking about? So they are telling us how great they are against a drone and against a Sukhoi 24 bomber built in, I don't know, 1970s or 80s. Are you crazy? So that is, well, Emil did not go to fight at the Nationals, okay? But he went in the kindergarten and fuck everybody else, everybody up in the kindergarten, man. He beat them all, man. Knocked them all out. But I wouldn't go to the locals. I wouldn't go to the county fight. I would not go to the state fight. I'm not going to go to any national competitions or international. I would just go to the kindergarten. Everybody would say, yeah, man, Emil changed. I fucked up at the regional, but I beat the kindergarten. Yeah, drones and a Sukhoi 24 bomber. Thank you very much, idiotic. And this is a false sense of confidence. This is what is, and security. This is what these guys give us. But hey, baboons are anyway as they are, so they need it. By then, the Patriot had become a very different system. Yeah, drones and Sukhoi, great. Its early failures, including against Iraqi Scuds, led an extensive system upgrade and missiles with an active radar seeker that directly strike the target to destroy it with kinetic energy. Oh, these new high hit-to-kill missiles, the PAC-3, are estimated to cost around $4 million each. Their less sophisticated PAC-2 predecessor, on the other hand, are proximity-fusing missiles that explode near incoming missiles to eliminate them. Ooh, okay. So they say this is the point of this article, or at least some points. Zelensky-stein wants Patriot systems. The guys in charge of Zelensky-stein and the Ukrainian nation, unfortunately. Where can we get them so it doesn't appear so obvious? The other guys, coincidence, say, we don't want this garbage. How about we can give it to Ukraine, to Zelensky-stein. And then, hey, they sucked, but hey, sucked then. But right now, Jesus Christ, they hit drones and shit. Emil won the kindergarten competition. Emil is an adult, not as a kindergarten guy, okay? As an adult, went and fucked everybody else over there. Smack left and right. So now, no, they're good, and they cost a lot. Who pays for that? Well, I guess creating this kind of false sense of efficiency and security costs money. Who pays? Baboons. But unfortunately, we are forced to pay because they take our taxes and they don't ask where the taxes go. This is, again, if you have a pussified society and people who are afraid of their own shadow, then of course they want security. Of course they're still at the level of, mommy, daddy, protect me. Why? Because they don't live. They are just alive. That's what these guys are. Just humans alive. Right? They don't go, they don't experience. If you don't push the boundaries, if you don't experience real life, you're going to believe everything what those guys are telling you. Why? Because you can't compare. You can say, wait a minute, there's no boogeyman over there where you say it is. I've been there. Shut the fuck up, you. You need to experience. That's why courageous people are viewed as courageous, because they experienced things and they know the boundaries and know, well, if I jump, can I jump from this moving car to that moving car? Yeah, I can. I did it before. I did it from this and that. It's similar. And everybody else is like, my pussy hurts. Why? You saw that only in the fucking movies. In your real life, in your basement, with your mask on while watching it with your boosters up to date. And those guys vote. And they can be fooled. Like, and I use this example many, many times. If you don't speak a foreign language, you cannot assess how well someone else is speaking. You have to know something, a little bit, to assess if that person is a good foreign language speaker or not. If you know 2-3 words and someone says 55, you don't know, they know only 55, and you use these 3 sentences using those 55 in different ways, oh my God, this guy is fluent, man. Why? Because he's, I know only ich liebe dich. That's it. Or ich bin ein Berliner, or things like that. Okay? from the newspapers and garbage. All right, thank you very much. Or ich bin der. Stay strong. Or jawohl, mein Freund. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.